We visited a meat factory to find out how McDonald's hamburgers are made. The process begins on cattle farms, where thousands of cows are raised. McDonald's burgers are made with beef. Cows are slaughtered in abattoirs, and the meat is sent to McDonald's suppliers. McDonald's has ensured that its burgers contain no preservatives. However, many people believe McDonald's burgers are filled with preservatives. To find out how the burgers are made, we visited a McDonald's supplier factory in this video, where an average of 5 million burgers are made per day. They produce the meat for the Big Mac. The factory is the size of a football field. This company is one of the world's largest hamburger suppliers for the fast food chain. About 90% of this factory's production is for McDonald's. First, they check the meat for bones. Then the meat is placed in boxes weighing about 1,100 pounds. Nearly 500 containers are needed each day to make enough burgers. After being taken out of the boxes, it's sent to the grinders. Later, the meat is turned into minced meat in a huge grinder. While the grinders grind the meat, a machine ensures no bone pieces are left. When the minced meat looks like spaghetti, it's perfect. Then another machine shapes the meat into burgers and adds the famous preservatives. The meat is frozen at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. To keep the production process active, fewer people are needed than one might imagine. 100 people work at the factory in total. The factory can produce about 30 million burgers per week, although its production is slightly lower. The fat content of McDonald's burgers must be 20%. The burgers are placed in plastic bags and then in boxes. Once packaged, another machine stacks the burgers and wraps them in plastic. The burgers are taken from the distribution center to McDonald's restaurants. When the meat arrives at the restaurant, it's completely frozen. McDonald's burgers are never flipped. They're cooked on a special electric grill that cooks the meat from top to bottom. This reduces cooking time. It only takes 40 seconds to cook a frozen burger. Salt and pepper are added to the burger after cooking. Burger buns. The bun-making process starts with the dough. They add flour, then pour water. Liquid yeast and salt are added. They also include some proteins and preservatives to help relax the dough. The dough is mixed in giant mixers and left to ferment for a few hours. Later, sugar is added to the mixture. A machine shapes the dough into small balls. They're placed in molds and are ready to go into the oven. But before that, sesame seeds are added. They pass through a machine that pours thousands of sesame seeds onto the buns, and they're put into a giant oven at 464 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. When they come out of the oven, they have a golden and very appetizing look. Once cooled, they're checked and packed in plastic bags. They're ready to be sent to fast food restaurants. Once at the restaurant, the employee finishes toasting and heating the buns in a special oven. Lettuce. Freshly harvested lettuces are sent to a factory where they're cut into smaller portions. A shredding machine circulates them on a conveyor belt until they fall into water tanks, where they're washed and any dirt is removed. Vibrations also help to remove any waste. Once the dirt and waste are removed, they pass through a conveyor belt to a shredder that cuts the lettuce into smaller pieces. This may be the healthiest thing you'll find in a McDonald's burger. Yellow cheese. Yellow cheese is one of the most well-known processed cheeses for its presentation in slices, its melting capacity, and because its preservation is longer than traditional cheeses. This machine cuts thousands of slices of cheese with a rotating arm. Once cut, they're packaged and sent to McDonald's restaurants. Back at the restaurant while the meat is cooking, the buns are toasted in an electric oven. Separately, the cook uses a spatula to put the meat on the bun. Condiments and pickles are added on top of the meat, and the top part of the bun is put on. The burger is wrapped and slid into the hot unit to serve. The total time to prepare a McDonald's burger, from the freezer to the consumer's hands, is approximately 1.5 minutes. Now you know how McDonald's burgers are made, but it's still as appetizing as ever. If you enjoyed the video, you can watch similar videos clicking them on screen. Also, subscribe to this channel by enabling notifications to keep learning.